Okay, so if you ask me, I think hide and seek is the dumbest game ever. Like, it's not even fun. Anytime I would be forced, because my mom had to force me to go outside unless I was by myself catching crickets or snakes and stuff. She would always have to force me to go outside to play with the other kids because I didn't like it. So, even though I hate hide and seek, I would always say, let's play hide and seek. And then, when it was there counting, talking about 1, 2, 3, and you're supposed to go hide, I would just go home. Where's Misty? Can't find her. Boom, bitches. Hide and seek champion. Because I didn't want to be outside playing with them. I wanted to be inside. Like, it's more air conditioned. Mojave's really hot. Sometimes there's a lot of bugs, and it's the kinds that bite you. So I would go inside and I would read Encyclopedia Brown books, because Encyclopedia Brown actually taught me stuff. So now that I'm an adult, I can spot a liar like that. I can find an indiscrepancy and just lock right on it. Find any loophole. And I attribute that to all of the time I spent reading Encyclopedia Brown books, because I think they are directed towards autistic kids, because they follow a pattern. We like that. They follow a pattern, but they don't give you the answer. You have to figure it out, and then you can flip to the back of the book and see if you got it right. Perfect, right? So you learn how to spot discrepancies. So now, since I spent so much time in my formative years reading those, I can tell when somebody's like lying. Maybe not right away, but it'll come together. Let's take this local, I won't say her name, but local author, dominatrix, lesbian, wannabe, nothing what she says is true girl. It took me about 3 times of hanging out with her to figure out that she was full of shit. The way that that was figured out is we went into her closet and she had these, I don't know, they were these horrible, horrible little like bridesmaid shoes, you know, the ones with the like 4-inch heel, and they're all satin with the 2 straps and the little buckle. We've all seen them. Anyway, so she had these and she was like, I hate these shoes. They're so ugly, but I just can't throw them away. And I'm like, well, why not? And she's like, they just have too much ball on them. I'm like, what do you mean they have too much ball? And I'm like, huh? And she's like, these were my ball crushing shoes. And right then, I knew she was a fake. Because ball crushing, you don't actually do it that way. You'll send the guy to the hospital. You have to know what you're doing if you're going to be doing that. Otherwise, you're just talking shit. So that was number 1. Number 2, any respectable club or dungeon, anything like that, would have never let her wear those tacky little leftover quinceañera fucking shoes. So, okay, you maybe might get away with it for a day or 2 while they tell you, okay, get your outfit together, get your shit together, so, you know, you presentation, right? The chances of her getting a client like that within the first day or 2 of her being in an establishment, not gonna happen. Second of all, they would not have continued to let her wear those shoes. So for her to claim they had any ball on them, much less much ball, don't be ridiculous. After that, I was like, you fake ass bitch. Like, you're writing about shit you don't even know about. That's cute though. But anyway, that's how Encyclopedia Brown and reading those books would help me. I don't read anymore because, like, really the only book I read is Ted Turner because I love Ted Turner. But I would spend more time reading than socializing, and it taught me those things. Like Amelia Bedelia. I never understood why they got mad at her. They said, dust the furniture. She put dust on the furniture. That's what you fucking said to do. Like, it didn't make sense. So I didn't like reading Amelia Bedelia because I never understood why she was in trouble. I was like, she's not doing anything wrong. She's actually pretty great. And then we can also get to my other favorite one by Roald Dahl. He's the guy who does Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. They were been supposed to make the Twits movie for forever. I would check that book out at the library so much that, like, I'm pretty sure if that library still exists, my name is still on the card because I'm probably the only person that ever cared about it. But the Twits, I don't know why they don't turn it into a movie. But the Twits is about these two people that are so miserable and so ugly to each other that it transforms them physically into ugly, and they destroy themselves with their ugliness. And that's kind of why I would talk to the squeaker chick, because at first I felt she's way cool, you know, like, I'm not gonna judge her for her vice. Like, she seems to be holding it up pretty well. I don't know, but she would tell me all this, like, one thing, and then I would see her do something completely different. And without getting into her personal business, you know, it just kind of didn't make sense to me. And then as I got to know her better, I was watching and I was like, this is exactly what Roald Dahl was talking about with the Twits. Like, you stay with somebody that's ugly inside and it makes you ugly inside, and it just becomes a big ball of rotten. So, sorry to hurt your feelings, girl, but you and your dude are the Twits. I know you'll see this. Hopefully, it'll sink in, because I've told you it before. Other than that, like, if you have an autistic kid, make sure they read Encyclopedia Brown, because if it wasn't for those books, I would be so stupid.